It's 11:23 in the midnight, and if you can see the number of online person, you can see there are 2,245 are online and still are coming. If that is the scenario, then you can understand how important this problem is or how famous this problem is. When you started giving interviews, this question might appear single or multiple time. If you just look at the problem statement, the input is given as numbers of array and output is sum of two numbers as target. If you try to see the brute force approach, it just says that we have to discover each pair and try to sum. If we found the target, we can just return. So let's look at the brute force approach. If you see here, first we can iterate over the array using this for loop. Then we can introduce another for loop starting from the next index, and we can iterate and find the pair. And every time we try to check if the sum of the current element and the jth element is matches with the target or not. If that is the case, then we can just return that index. That is the required thing. And if this for loop ends, then we can just return empty loop, the empty result. So this is a brute force approach, and time complexity is big of and which is not expected. So now let's move on to try to explore the optimal approach. So we are introducing HashMap to use this because we are working on HashMap pattern. So we will use HashMap, and you can see we just store the HashMap with key value pair, and we'll just try to see if it is already present or not, and if it is present, then we can just return the index. Now let's see that in action. So using HashMap, we are iterating over the array. We can take the complement every time by just subtracting the target from the current number, and we try to check if the complement is already present as a key in the map or not. And if that is the case, then we can just return the complement and the current index. Also, if that is not the case, then we can simply put that number to store the index, because answer will appear at the first time and only one time in this loop. And nothing works, then we can just return this -1. Now let's run this and see the result. So yeah, it is returning 0 1, which is what we are expecting. Now let's try to run the same in this Leetcode. Let me just run this one. Yeah, so all the test cases are passed. Now let me submit this for checking it further test cases. So it is returning 99% of the programmer has beaten. So this is the way to learn hashing and frequency map pattern. Going forward, we'll use more example to build the logic for this pattern. Thank you. See you in the next one.